Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Hey! Do we take safety for granted in the Philippines? Let's talk about that. If you don't think we take safety for granted in the Philippines, just look at, hey, mein Bunzak. Look at your YouTube feed. How many channels do you see today or yesterday or last week addressing safety in the Philippines? You know, of all the things we take for granted over here in this country, the warm and welcoming people, the hospitality, the women, of course, the cost of living, safety is probably at the top of that list. And, you know, you really can't blame people for real, because the safety index for 2022, which is the latest I could find, the Philippines placed 59th on the list of the safest countries in the world out of 142 countries. Higher than Canada, it placed higher than the UK, Australia, and America. But don't take anything for granted over here. Always question everything. It's a question I get all the time. Is it safe over there, Cal? And, you know, I always tell them, it's safe for me. But I'm gonna kind of break it down a little bit more today. I'm gonna have to get off this. This sun is beaming today, and it's early. I don't even think it's 7 o'clock yet. But anyway, safety really is almost like talking about the cost of living, because it depends on where you live, how you live, your lifestyle, who you live with, and all those other factors. So you really can't pin it down. You know, if you live in Quezon City, which has the highest crime rate in the Philippines, or you live in Leyte, or Leyte rather, which has the lowest crime rate, then the odds of experiencing a crime are going to be different. They're going to be like night and day. Philippines has a crime rate of 38, meaning 38 reported crimes per 100,000 people. That's pretty damn good. So, hey, how you doing? So, what happens is this. Take that rate and cut it in half for foreigners. And that'll give you a pretty good idea of how safe you are over here. But again, we take it for granted. We don't talk about it. I just think we should talk about it more, because it's important. Of all the things people worry about, I looked this up when they're traveling abroad. Safety's at the top of the list, but we don't talk about it. It's like out of sight, out of mind. If I don't talk about it, it's not going to happen. It's something I have to worry about. But remember, we still don't have an answer for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But you can even limit that. I looked up how to avoid crime in the Philippines, and they brought up some tips from the PNP, Philippine National Police. And I may even put the link in, because whenever I quote something like that, I like to show proof. But the very first thing that they put on the list was, get to know your neighbors and everybody on your street. Which you're probably not going to be able to do that, but at least make yourself known. What do you mean? You know, say hello, be nice. Because Filipinos are fiercely loyal. And they'll look after your house and your property when you're not around. And then all you have to do is return that favor. But another good thing about recognizing people on your street and your neighbors is you'll know when there's a stranger around, especially at night. You know, I live in a place like St. Carlos City. The crime rate is really low, but it ramps up from time to time. So I pay attention to Facebook. You know, they've got a radio newscast. Hey, man, Bonsai. And it's sort of like a TV station. I think it's San Carlos City 5 or something. And they always keep you abreast of all that stuff. But we don't. Hey, man, Bonsai.
Oh, shout out.
But we don't keep abreast of that stuff because we take it for granted. When you're in a place where you really don't understand the language, you don't know where you're going, you don't know anybody, hey! You always have to keep your head on a swivel. I mean, even though everybody knows me here, hell, not everybody knows me here. But get to know the people around you. One other thing I do is I go in early. Once it gets dark, I'm inside. Fine, bow tie. You know that saying, nothing good happens after midnight. Well, hell, once it starts getting dark here, it's midnight to me. When it's like 6:30 or something. Unless I've got a destination, man, I'm in the house. I'm not going out, I'm not drinking, I'm not partying, I'm not doing anything. I just wanted to have a walk and talk today about crime, about safety over here in the Philippines. Do we take it for granted? Absolutely we take it for granted. Because, you know, foreigners think we're special over here. We think we're bulletproof. We think we're exempt from crime. But we're not. When I said that the crime rate here is 38 reported crimes for 100,000, I said cut it in half. Really, it's less than that. Because there's one crime rate for Filipinos and one crime rate for foreigners. Man, Bonsai. They just don't bother you here, man. People leave you alone here. I was at the gym a few weeks ago and there was a captain. He was captain of one of these ships. He's probably in America now. Him and his wife were planning a trip to America. But he said, the Philippines is a great place to retire. He said, because people will leave you alone and let you enjoy your retirement. Well, he's telling the truth. That's one of the main things I love about this place. It's one of the things I always tell people. You know, rule number one will keep you safe. Shut the fuck up and mind your own business. You know, people are sending me links. They're sending me links about this human trafficking, love scam going on in Manila. That's none of my business. I don't know who's behind that. I mean, just doing a video about crime and safety here could be misinterpreted as me criticizing the country when I'm not. But things like that, you know, politics, religion, it's none of my business. That's going to keep you safe. Fine, good time. That's going to keep you out of trouble. Because for the most part, it is safe over here. It's a lot safer than America. It's safer than Canada, the UK, and Australia. But we got to do our part, man. Don't take it for granted. Now you're going to get that wind in the speaker. I'm sorry. Let me try to minimize that as much as I possibly can. It's Saturday here, man. It's busy. I'm on Eco Highway. They call it Eco Highway because if you go on down, you're going to see the solar farm. the biodiesel plant. You know, this San Carlos City is like, they call it a little Singapore. It's clean. It's safe for me. It's got a lot of things that a lot of cities don't have, especially for a city its size. But one thing I really enjoy about this place, and I really admire, is they've got a 24-hour police patrol. They know who the criminals are, man. That's probably why the crime rate is lower here. They solve the crimes. Now, I don't know a lot can be said about if you're a foreigner and something happens to you, but more likely they know who's doing it. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about that today, guys. We just don't talk about it. I think it's a travesty. You know, everybody wants to make this a party destination. Let the good times roll. All the videos you see, there's nothing wrong with that, but you got to talk about real life. You don't want to be partying and somebody come and hit you over the damn head, bust your head, take all your money and stuff. Y'all know what the number one topic is over here. A guy on my last video, he says, why is this channel obsessed with women? Because we're obsessed with women. But it's time that we get obsessed with safety, man. All the things we take for granted over here. Safety's at the top of the list. But it's also at the top of the list of the things you worry about when you're traveling abroad. Am I going to be robbed? Am I going to be mugged? Is my material property going to be safe in my hotel room, on my Airbnb? I get those questions all the time. But nobody likes to talk about it. Out of sight, out of mind. Look on your feed today. Nobody talks about safety. But it's almost like the cost of living. You can't nail it down. That's one of the reasons I'm here, man, because I ain't got time. I didn't come over here for crime. I love Cebu and all those places like that, but the risk of crime accelerates when you're in those big urban countries. I mean, urban cities. It's a trade-off. You like the nightlife, you like the infrastructure and all that. Yeah, well, the risk of being a victim of a crime increases. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. I'm going to talk about real life stuff, whether you like it or not. It may sound boring to you. It may seem boring to you, but it's really important. This isn't a one big party all the time. Everybody's happy and, you know, this isn't a 24-hour, you know, fiesta. There's real life going on over here, and I think people should know about it. So if you're in America, it's getting late. Before you let your head hit the pillow, please find somebody to help. It's very important. It's the only way you're going to put any insurance on your safety, any insurance on your happiness, any insurance on your life. If you're in the Philippines, hell, what time is it? About 7:30 a.m. Beautiful Saturday morning. You're ready to go in here and take my shower, you know, because get ready to go to the gym. Merlin's out of town. She'll be back today, but it's not going to stop anything. Angelo Habib, I'm here, man. If you want to come, you know, say goodbye. I know you're leaving today. Appreciate you stopping by, man. One more person I was able to meet, in, you know, in real time, face to face. That's important to me, because you're really not real until I meet you in person. You know, it's just how it is to me. You got all these people hiding behind these profiles, good and bad. We're going to do our spin wheel tonight because Merlin has a spin wheel on her phone. We do that every week to help Filipinos get back to normal. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. And see, you can put up walls and everything. These walls that you see everybody put up are more for privacy than anything else. But you got to keep people honest. Don't flash money. Don't wear expensive jewelry and everything like that. Don't look down on people. Be humble, man. Keep a low profile. That all helps you. Stay safe over here. Take care, everybody.